Sometimes I think people tend to overcomplicate things in the crypto market. Hell, I've probably done this at times as well. But we're in such an early part of the crypto life cycle, it's more speculative than anything. And what that means is that it's all about timing. Do you have the right optics? Do you have the right narrative right as the market is about to go on a significant boom? And luckily for Cardano and ADA, the timing could not be more perfect than it is currently. And this means that we could see some very rewarding times in just over the course of these next few months. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. When we look back throughout this market cycle from the bull market to the bear market to now the bull market and the sucky part of the bull market, right before the major booms take place, there have been assets that have done incredibly well in terms of price due to timing. And what I mean by that is, we saw AI take off in a big way in the early part of the bull market cycle because AI was the hot narrative. NVIDIA was running an AI-driven crypto. You could throw a dart at a wall and almost hit a coin that would do a 10x like it was nothing. Then when we started seeing some adoption take place in the crypto market in the early part of 2024, specifically late February to March, we saw a meme coin season. We saw meme coins be the hot narrative, and it had to do with timing. While adoption was taking place, meme coins were the big discussion. They're the ones that went on absolutely insane runs. Shiba Inu did a 4.5x, Pepe did a 10x, Doge went on an insane run, and we saw them just popping throughout the space. From the bear market cycle into the early part of the bull, we saw something like Solana start to do incredibly well, and FOMO ensued, right? And it was because it was obviously rising from the ashes after the whole FTX debacle. But I think people are picking up what I'm throwing down here. Timing has been the most important thing during this market cycle. And unfortunately for ADA and Cardano, timing hasn't always been Cardano's friend. And what I mean by that is, we've had tons of great developments. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure everybody can attest to this, right? Tons of ecosystem developments, tons of very advanced hard forks that have taken place that have actually brought the Cardano ecosystem into a very different era. But the timing had always been poor. All right. Well, remember how we were talking about bad luck? And frankly, anytime it looked like ADA was about to make a break or there was good news, it was just poor timing, right? Well, things have now shifted because what we're seeing is major announcements taking place in terms of Cardano at just the right time. So as of late, let's really look at this, right? So first of all, ADA itself has been one of the better performers as of late. If you don't believe me, take a look at what the charts are doing. We saw ADA being the best performer on the day where the digital reserve assets were announced. Okay, that's not a coincidence. It had to do with timing. We saw the Chang hard fork part 2, right? When that did take place, it actually led to an ADA pump. It's the first hard fork we have ever seen a pump off of in terms of ADA. All right. We talk about the integrations with, potentially Starlink, NASA, right? These are all happening at just the right time. And if you guys haven't noticed, ADA is starting to react better and better to this good news. I know this kind of sounds redundant. I talked about this in a video the other day, but here's the thing. This is all happening right now. We're seeing some of these early signs of perfect timing. ADA is getting a little bit lively right as we're starting to see some major shifts across the crypto market. Again, when we look at the macro data, we look at global liquidity on the rise, we looked at the shift towards quantitative easing, looked at a shift towards more interest rate decreases. This is where ADA has a real opportunity to shine in this market cycle, not even necessarily because of the tech. We know the tech is awesome. We know that there have been major advancements made there, but it has more so to do with timing than anything. And this is why I think that ADA is going to be a big surprise in this market cycle, because for the first time ever, the timing is going to be right. And this narrative surrounding US-based crypto, this narrative surrounding digital reserve assets, this narrative surrounding government and enterprise really coming online and institutional players diving into the space in an even bigger way, it's something that frankly can carry ADA to some insane heights that people are not expecting. Now, this isn't to guarantee your financial advice or anything like that. And maybe the narrative falls flat by the time we go through a big boom in the crypto market. But if you haven't noticed, ADA has been louder than ever. It has been separating itself from the crypto market, like we talked about earlier today. It is going on runs more easily. There's less resistance holding ADA back. Frankly, this whole stage is set perfectly for a Cardano, we'll call it a Cardano moon ride, right? Obviously, I'm just, joking, but that's really where I think things get interesting in this cycle. We'll eventually see a shift towards a more tech-driven era, right? Where we're having good tech and, having these major integrations, it's a bigger deal than it is now. But by that point, we could actually see where ADA has become one of the best performing assets just on pure speculation alone, just on pure timing, guys. And that's it. That's all I got in this video. We are seeing things happen at just the right time. ADA is making strides right as the market is about to heat up. The Cardano ecosystem making advancements right at the right time, right before things begin to heat up. This is the best time, frankly, to be in the Cardano ecosystem. And what that means as well is for Cardano native assets, if you haven't been accumulating those, might not be a bad time to start doing some research and making sure that your positions are well rounded out before this market cycle really kicks off in a big way. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Do you see this timing being perfect for ADA? Do you see this timing being perfect for Cardano? So have a great day. Show your love below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.